calculate simple interest. Right, simple interest equal principal by rate by time. So this is your simple interest formula here. Interest equal rate principal by rate by time over 100. So in our case here, the principal is 34,800. So this is 34,000 multiplied by 19 multiplied by 2 all over 100. Plug in this into the calculator. You could plug this into the calculator and we'll get. So it's 1,322,400 divided by 100, and we'll get an interest of 13,224. So our interest in this case, again, principal by rate by time all over 100, and the answer is 13,224. The next part of the question, part B, wants to know what is the amount. And the amount, this is the formula for the amount here, the amount equal principal plus interest. Principal plus the interest right. So in our case, the principal was 34,800, and the interest that we calculated is 13,224. So adding both of that will give us the amount, and the amount will be 48,024. Part C. And remember, the amount is the principal plus the interest, so that will be the total amount that the person, Mr. Smith, has to pay back the bank at the end of the cycle of the loan. At the end of the loan, that is the full amount he has to pay back the loan. Now, looking at the part C, we want to know what is the monthly installment. So the monthly installment equal amount over the number of months. We already worked out the amount, so the amount is 48,024 over the number of months. However, we are given years, so we are given 2 years. So 2 multiplied by 12 will give us 24 months. So we have to calculate the number of months that the number of months for the loan, which is 24. So 40,024 divided by 24. And this will give us a value of 2001. So that's the monthly installment. And again, the monthly installment is how much Mr. Smith has to repay the bank every month for the duration of the loan, which is 2 years. So for every month for 2 years, he has to pay back $2,001. Look at question 4. So looking at question 4, part A. For how many years Mr. Brown have to invest his money to earn an interest of 1440? Again, principal is the original sum, interest equal principal by rate by time. However, in this case, the question asks us to find the time, right? And time is in years. So remember, when it's the time, it is in years. So the formula for time will be interest multiplied by 100 all over principal by rate. So in order to arrive at time, there was a manipulation of the original equation to get time. So we manipulated the original equation to make t the subject of the formula, and this is the equation that we arrived at. So time equal interest multiplied by 100, and the interest is 1440 multiplied by 100. So the interest multiplied by 100 all over rate by principal, and the principal is 3,000. That works out to be 4 years. So n, which is the number of years, will be 4. So your answer for this question is 4. So part B wants us to find the amount, and we saw what the amount is. The amount is the principal plus the interest. So the principal, the original sum invested, plus the interest earned on the investment. And in this case, the principal was 3,000 plus interest, which is 1440. Now remember, in this question, we do not have to calculate the interest. We were not asked to calculate the interest. Right? The interest is given. We were asked to calculate the years. So now the amount is principal plus the interest, which will be 4,440. And that is the amount. Now part C. Part C asks us, for how many years will Mr. Smith have to invest 3,000 to earn an interest of 2,500? So again, using the time formula, time equal interest multiplied by 100 all over principal by rate. So it will be 2,500. That is the targeted interest we are looking at. So interest is what we are targeting. So it's 2,500 multiplied by 100 all over 3,000, and the rate is 12%. So this gives us a value of 6.94 years. So time in this case is 6.94. And it's okay to leave it in a decimal because that's acceptable. So again, to recap the question asks us to find the time, right? Remember, the simple interest formula is interest equal principal by rate by time over 100. We can manipulate that equation to solve for any one of the variable. In this case, we manipulate the equation to make t the subject of the formula, which is time. So we want to make time the subject of the formula and solve for time. And that's the end of this question.